Hello. There's the button for that. Hey. Oh, I need to show Michael. There.
Hello.
Okay, now we're done with Michael.
I'm leaving now.
Oh yeah. Drop off the plate.
Yes.
Yeah, let me adjust this quick. Kind of just hit the button and then I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. That's better. It's attached to the top of my monitor, so. All right. Okay, enough of that stuff. So, we had issues with audio before. I tested it a bunch earlier and everything was working. I have a second account I streamed to for testing and it worked. So I'm hoping it works now. So you have to let me know if it doesn't. And Mike just making tons of noise. Oh, wrong one, sorry. So, let me know if the audio is misbehaving. I'll put it up a little bit. So it should be obvious if it was or not. I'm hoping it's fixed. Because I need something to cover me up. Anyways. I'm going to try it back down. It's a quiet song right now. Whatever. So, what I wanted to do today is I want to try to get is it just straight booze? I have metal ice cubes.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't water it down. Don't hydrate yourself with alcohol.
Straight booze.
Straight booze. That's good. Anyways, I've been wanting to make something short again, and I've been trying to think of what short to make. And so I just defaulted to my normal for that, where you just grab some TF2 audio. And I found 4 that I feel are exemplary. Is that grass metal part of a map? No, that was if you're talking about the intro thing, that is it's a loaded one. It's barbell grass, I think it's called. I can't remember what the actual name for it. It's like I actually loaded up here. I think it's on Steam Labs. This one. And the nice thing about this is it's split in 2, so there's a I had a library open before that. It's split in 2, so you can actually move the parts independently. So the whole top of the model is on one bone. Oh. Now I'm curious, did that actually save? It did not.
Did you lose some work?
No, but that's interesting because I swapped hard drives and apparently it saved it. I mean, it was just loaded audio files, but it saved it to a hard drive that isn't plugged in. So SFM is actually bad. If you give it if you tell it to render to something and it can't find the folder or can't make the folder, it will run through the entire render process and just not make anything. It is so stupid.
Wow.
Yeah. Until I'm done with you. Well, welcome, what's up? But again, I hope the audio is working. Again, let me know if you think there's issues with it. But anyways, no, I made a new hard drive, and because of that, I have 30. My old one was R drive. Oh, actually, I just did it again. It's saying in here that it's on that, but I need to save it to my Q drive, which is the new one I just made.
Ooh, you labeled it Q. That's very, I know the end of the alphabet always seems mysterious.
Well, no, because I had it, originally my backup was a RAID, so I always called it R. But now that I swapped this, but I wanted to be able to transfer data and have both in at the same time at one point. Or, yeah, at the same time. I couldn't name it R and R, so I named it Q, because it's next to the alphabet. Or not next, it's previous. It's next to. So I just need to save it in the Q drive. And that should change that up there. Okay, good. If I forgot on my site that the music is very staticky. Is the music very staticky still? Is it?
What's that about not me this time? Or maybe my presence simply destroys audio.
No, because I have a second Twitch account and I streamed to it and everything sounded perfectly fine. I overloaded my bit rate just to see if that was causing an issue.
Let me actually hear it. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
So I'm
I'm gonna get a headset.
But I legitimately am confused because it seems to be only when I stream here. And the other account was perfectly fine. All the settings are the same. So I am legitimately confused because I cannot replicate it. Yeah, I don't know. Because right now, because I had pulled this up earlier. If you want to see a stream that goes really, really low in quality, really, really quick, watch this. I might overload my CPU a little bit. No, it's doing fine. But the bitrate's going to go to crap because it's so much stuff on the screen changing. We're gonna shut that down. So, because bitrate is how much information it needs to store, or it's allowed to send through a line, and the more stuff that's changing, the more it has to take up for a lot of that stuff. And when you have everything changing with lots of colors, it kills your bitrate. It was. Yeah, so it probably just completely blurred out at one point. There's actually a really good video from Slow-Mo Guys. Clusterbuck. It was something I made a long time ago. Slow-Mo Guys made a video where they did glitter, and they even had it at, I think, 4 or 8, even 8K. And interesting tidbit, if you don't know about YouTube. So I'll have to look into the audio thing a bit more, but I'm legit. I'm at the point where I have absolutely no idea how to fix it because it wasn't an issue until just recently.
Moments like this, I envy people with wireless headbutt sets.
Headbutts?
Headbuds, yes.
No, so interesting thing. I always upload everything in 4K, but I don't do it because of, well, originally I didn't do it because of 4K monitors. That wasn't a thing. It was because of this. YouTube allows a higher bit rate per resolution. So if I upload at 1080p, it's only going to keep, if I was doing it at, say, 30 frames per second, at about 8 megabits per second. But if I do it in 4K, it's allowing 35 to 45. That's a lot more information, and it's a much better picture, even if it's played on a 1080 screen. So that's why I actually, I do it, mainly because of the bit rate. Knowing how technical stuff works. YouTube encoding is garbage. Well, the one nice thing with YouTube encoding, though, is I use Adobe, was it media encoder, and that has presets that goes and makes exactly what YouTube is looking for the various quality levels. So it means that YouTube does nothing to the video. If you send it something that isn't to the YouTube specs, it will compress it, and it's not going to do as good of a job. It's always best to send it exactly what YouTube is looking for, just to get the best quality. How sadly audio only. Well, hello waffles nonetheless. You're making derpy with socks. Oh, well, we're not going to do derpy with socks again. Sorry.
No, this is because he's a bad person.
But now that's the one problem of.
You stop the music.
Well, no. If I want to do something that has audio in it, we're gonna check something here. So I'm gonna open up some audio.
Stop playing the music.
Yeah. Do you want me to start it again?
I was just gonna see what I was hearing, so I know what they're hearing.
But you're still trying to untangle that spaghetti mess of. How did you get it that bad?
I threw it in a drawer, and it stayed there for several years, and then I pulled it out of the drawer.
You know what you use?
I have this one. What's that?
Here, you can have one.
Oh, I have this. Oh. What does that do?
It is Velcro cable ties. I love those things. So you can tie them down, and then they're not a mess. I have like 200 of them because everything I have is on those. So
this is cathartic. Untangling wires.
I bet it is. And it's not the stream re-upload. Really? Well, the thing is, I need to make sure that everybody's having similar because, yeah, right now it's showing it's uploading fine, which is what's confusing me. It's like no frames drop, CPU's low. Because everything should be fine. Hello, Havoc. Is anybody else having the similar issues, or is it because I can't troubleshoot myself? If you guys can help, that'd be great.
Well, I'm watching you right now. So
is everything running fine?
I mean, everybody looks like they're moving fine. I'm in the background fiddling with this thing at what appears to be a speed. I can see your.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you're running fine. So okay, I can see you here. Okay, that's good. Okay, because I know. Okay, thank you. The monkey spinning monkeys. Oh, that was a song. Yes. Okay. Thank you for confirming. Because Twitch is also weird. Like YouTube, the one nice benefit about streaming to YouTube is that it does all the transcoding. Twitch doesn't. So whatever you send it for signal, that's the most you're going to get. And the best you're going to get. And actually, I just recently dropped the resolution. I'm now doing it at 720 to help potentially with those issues. So I think it's going to be a little bit off.
Hey, he's got this whole setup just so you wouldn't have to stream at 720.
Well, no, it's not for my purpose. It's for others.
Yeah. Because
if I'm sending a 1080 signal and the YouTube or Twitch isn't set up to transcode at that time, everybody has to watch it at 1080 60. And if they have a lower internet connection or on their phone doing through mobile, it's a lot harder of a signal to process. Let's see if I forgot. I can't type unicorn in source filmmaker or it will crash because there is some audio file that pops up while I'm typing it that is corrupt.
Overload.
So I have to type it backwards. It works. I've done that many, many times for audio. But nice thing about having this on an M.2 now is it runs way, way better.
But if you get the urge to turn on your music or anything.
Okay. Okay, good. So let me know how this sounds. Because it might be just music. No, it wouldn't just be music.
I'm listening. Yeah, we unicorn hating piece of crap. I'm lagging here for a second. I'm buffering. You're too far away. Your stream is too far. I got this. There goes. You cannot hide from Pink Pony Heavy. I'm about like a minute behind.
You should be on low latency. Most people respond pretty quick. Twitch using a nightmare. I was had my stream to verify all the time. I used to get reverb, ear gargle all the time. Yeah, I've really not had much issues until just recently, but I don't know what it is. Have you heard it?
I heard something, and it sounded like a bunch of. Salute the horn, not the man, son. I'm like a minute behind again.
Oh, so I can start talking crap about Derpy, and then you get to hear it again in a minute?
I'm gonna turn this up.
That's as loud as I can do it on here. Very staticky. Okay, so it is that full connection. Well, then I might just go work on something else then, because I will not be able to use audio. Yeah, but that's what I don't understand is like
that's what I'm hearing too.
Yeah, and I checked it. The recording I had before, and it was a recording, which means it's different from the encoding, which was an issue I had before. But that's not the issue. But I legitimately streamed from this computer through the stream computer to Twitch on another account earlier today, and it was perfectly fine.
Play your music for just a second, because I think it messes up all the audio.
It is. That's why. I know.
It messes up when you're talking too, if anything else is playing. Like right now, I hear you perfectly, but when you click that button, it made everything go glitch.
Really? I can check. Blah, 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 blah. Beep, bop, boopity, boop, boop, boop. Sing the Michael song. Okay. Yeah, well, that was very quiet, so I don't know if it would be an issue, but anyways, in the meantime, I'm going to open up the PowerPonies one. Originally, I was going to do this for a Cider Fest thing, but I don't have time to finish it before then now, so but I'll just jump on that. No, because if it glitches me, then it does narrow it down a lot.
Yeah, I'm listening for it. You're about ready to play the music. I could hear the music. It was quiet. That window noise was loud. You sounded fine, but the music was glitch. Derby!
Like, see, like, how long it'll take?
Alright, I'm gonna try this.
I'll have to poke at it again. Yeah, because I love problems that are consistent, because then they're super easy to find the problem for. But this one, doing two things exactly the same and having different results, that is the confusing part.
Yeah, it's not even like it's lag. It's like it's just there's like an encoding error glitch or something. It's weird.
I'm just checking one thing on the capture card. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Just to make sure it didn't have something it suddenly started doing. Audio output. Oh, not sure. Yep, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so we started this a while ago. And I think so we just had to set up Pinky, essentially. And then I think
she ponks.
That's what she does. It's her job. But what do we do with Ponk?
Punk.
No, we don't do that on the stream. It's Twitch. It's against terms and conditions.
We don't punk the punk.
We don't punk the punk. Because I feel like I can't have her turn, because Pinky probably never turns. She's always directly forward. I can have her just standing overly proud. Like chest out, big smile, that kind of thing. You can see, because it will be animated, and I thought, well, maybe I can do it in slow motion. She can just bounce, but that would be a very long bounce to make it look right. And it would also just completely be in contrast to everybody else here. So, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try one thing here. For audio, I'm not going to be able to hear it, but at least it will give you guys something.
I mean, that is kind of Pinky's MO, though, isn't it? Like, everybody else is kind of... Rainbow Dash is always flying, and Pinkie Pie is always bouncing, and the rest are just kind of chilling.
Okay, I'm going to try sending it through other computer. So let me know. Let me know if that's staticky too. If it is, then we got a bigger problem. If it isn't, then it's still a problem. But at least then you can hear something. Oh, look, Ethan. I can't hear it though. Well, kind of. Still says sound blast received, but that's on my old. Whatever. I'm confused. It's whatever. But yeah, let me know if that's just being like derp. Actually, I kind of wish it was derp because then that would be actually narrowing things down.
Sounds good.
Okay, so it is just the capture. So sounds right. Okay, well you guys get audio. I do have some new ones on there too. Okay.
At least they get to listen to music. At least they get to listen to music.
Yes.
I got to do it for like a day once. It was wonderful.
Well, if anything, we can just play over here the mic song, which seems very popular on Discord now.
It's upsetting. It's just stop.
Was it Alexander listened to it all day?
No draft. He asked you for it, and then he came to me, and he was like, "Hey, Mike, look at this," and it's like, "This is me playing." I'm like, "No."
So anybody that wasn't here last time, Michael got to present the music. Actually, you know what? If you want to hear the mic song,
No.
I have it.
He's bad.
I have it. So hold on. This is the mic song. Oh no! Why? Oh, it's not. Oh, I have it muted. There we go. There's the mic song. It's very beautiful. We'll go back to that.
Where's that music coming from?
It's from the speakers on the screen. Oops, that is not the right button. I'm breaking the monitor over here. No, it's...
Trying to figure out which motion.
What's the button for the volume? No, that's not it either. I'm making it look weird. I thought it was just... Is it this one? No, that's... Go... Oh my god.
So bright. That looks good. And
No.
it's too dark.
It's only because you hadn't been looking at it. You know what? I'm not... Whatever. It's just gonna do its thing. Because I can't... I don't... Everything's breaking.
Technology's hard. We're old.
Statistically, yes.
I don't know how these darn computers work.
Okay, so I want to get her feet. We're gonna do left butt.
Just imagining Pinky.
There's left. Oh,
Oh no! What
why
is
can't
that?
why can I grab the butt
Why is
outside of the?
panties?
See, this is
happening?
no.
I was trying to figure out what you were pulling on. Oh, it's just it's their actual butt. That's better?
But your immediate default
I
is
don't know.
pony panties.
I'm imagining she's wearing something under that, maybe. I don't know.
No, why they don't wear anything normally?
But they're wearing pants. You can't just wear pants.
Yeah, you can. It's spandex.
Pants, no.
But then she's gonna have a bikini, like a line. No, you're weird. No.
I like how you started thinking into it even further. Like, then there would be an underwear line and it would show. It'd be a horrible idea.
Okay. I am gonna have to mute that because it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You found the button.
I found the button, so we'll just turn that down. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna do like a forward by quite a bit pose. She's gonna have her chest up and then her neck back. Probably a little bit too far.
Once you release this picture, you have to
An
ask.
experience without visuals. Oh, well.
To ask who the best superhero in this picture is, and you need to include Derpy. She's in it.
She's the villain.
No. If anything, they're villains for not saving.
She's the villain. She's villain bright something something.
What was the name we gave her? I can't remember.
You couldn't remember last time, and then I remembered, and then now you forgot again, and you're the one that gave her the name.
It's Derpy. Derpy the Wonder Horse. She's a pirate.
She's a yes.
Yeah.
She's what? Okay, so that means she's a bad person. What do
I
pirates do?
misspoke. She's a privateer.
A private? Oh, what is that?
It's a pirate, but they work for a government.
Okay.
She fights for Equestria by stealing from the Griffins, I imagine. Something like that.
Stealing from the Griffins? What do the Griffins do?
They know what they did.
Well, enlighten me.
They, like, ate birdseed. That was weird.
That's like, that sounds to me, it's like if vegans suddenly pulled out guns and started murdering people. Mike's a vegan.
I only eat or drink whiskey. That's my only, that's all I got. Whiskey is vegan.
I see it. Well, and okay, hold on. I actually cannot open that as we are. Let me go. I see an interesting link.
I don't think anybody would be vegan if they couldn't drink alcohol.
Oh, can I go to where's the chat button? There we go. Let me grab. I want to see. Oh no, I can't pop it up now. Boo. Hold on. We have the other way to do it. We type. Because I don't have
Who types these days?
me, because I need to. I want to see the picture. Oh, look at that. That is widescreen. And that is a lot better quality than the one I did. Because the outlines I did were done in SFM because I'm lazy and don't know art. That is, and actually, though, the whole story behind thank you though behind that image was I wanted to get the video done and I didn't want to do the intro I had planned, so I just threw something together really quick, and so this is what I could do in like one day. Like, it was literally a rush job of I need something to start this video, whatever.
They included Sunset. I don't know how I feel about this. Shouldn't she still be a high school student?
Who?
Sunset Shimmer. Like,
Her?
I was like imagining even like 20 years later, she's still in that high school. It's like, you're clearly in your 50s at this point. Go home. It's like, no, I'm totally a high school student. It's wonderful. I want to see that future. It's the one where she's still trying to pull off being a high school student.
Like Van Wilder?
Yeah.
But I mean, that was college, but
Yeah.
it's the equivalent.
She's just like my theory is, even in like Equestria Girl, she's like 35. But like then she's like just in her 50s and she's still trying to pull it off. And she's just like, it's like nobody is buying it.
Okay. And
Her neck seems weird.
angle. I probably gotta bring the neck down a little bit.
It feels super long. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Oh, even better. Yes. There's something magical about that.
Does that work?
Yes. Oh, I like it.
And she can. And she can dance too.
I just want her little legs, her front legs, just bob back and forth. She dances in place. Oh, it's too much. It's too much.
She's very flexible. Oh yeah, I gotta undo that. I can bring the neck down. It feels long because I increased
Stretched.
the rest of her. But she's supposed to have her chest like poofed. Yes, sure.
How much can a pony's chest poof?
All of it.
Yes, you're late.
Hello,
What are
Nitro.
you doing with your life? You should be spending all
No.
of your time
I started a minute afterwards. You're only 28 minutes left.
watching
Yes.
homeless.
You must watch me work on random 3D horses. So I need oh, I don't have like the super big creepy smiles. Okay, that's actually pretty creepy.
This reminds me of that thing I found on Home Depot's website. I want that. I want to put it in the living room.
Oh, I didn't know it was from Home Depot.
It's from Home Depot.
Like, I just thought that was immensely random that you're just like, Home Depot.
That's where you go for your Pinkie Pie stuff is Home Depot.
You can get that. If you're able to fit it in your room, you can put it in there.
I only wondered if I can put it down here somewhere.
Where? And no.
It's Christmas!
No.
themed. I thought you wanted to decorate.
I wanted to put up some lights. I wasn't going to go and shove a giant inflatable pony in the
It's a
yard.
Christmas pony.
No. Again, you can get it if you want to shove it in your room. You can hang it from the ceiling.
I want it. We could like have it on the stairwell or something.
But we got to use that for stair things.
But going
We can't go upstairs
going up
anymore.
and downstairs is overrated.
I think he might actually be able to
Oh, no.
turn a little bit.
Let's see. Pinkie Pie with a long neck. I'm gonna make my neck long.
Oh. Can I go do an impression of what Pinky might sound like with a longer neck?
Gotta make my neck long first, right? Alright, let's start by. Alright, now we can make it long.
I thought you killed yourself for a moment there.
Yeah. Like. Hi!
What was with the eye thing?
Well, she's always on the high on cocaine, right? I mean, that's her character. It's just like, and then she shakes violently, and here's, and I've done it. I've completed the task.
You did something.
Fun. That's what she does. That's her thing. It's fun. And then every brony just starts singing in unison.
I think it's funny is
All
that
in the way.
you were trying to impersonate her laugh, and it didn't sound. I don't know what that. It wasn't even a laugh. Why? You know how to laugh, right?
It's a laugh, right?
No, that was still a fake laugh, like a real laugh, on command. Okay, what is sobbing sound like? See, it's the same thing, just down a decibel.
Just laughter and crying are very they can replace one another all the time. Like, you ever having fun at a clown's party, you just start crying, it means you're having fun. Either that or you're traumatizing a child, I'm not sure.
What parties do you go to? That is on your list of acceptable party.
When a clown is like trying to get a child to enjoy its company and the child just starts crying, that means he's having a good time. Now, see, Pinky doesn't look proud. She looks insane. She looks like she either just murdered someone or she's going to. She's overly happy.
She hasn't murdered anybody, right, Pinky? Did you murder anybody? Was it painless?
Oh no.
And how did you murder them?
Just snapping the neck.
Wait, I'll make this better.
Is the dilated pupils want to help?
I'm here to help.
I'm with Sir Edward in chat there. Stairs, you don't need them. What we need is
Okay, if we remove the stairs, how are you getting to your room?
like a grapple or something.
Where? In the stairs?
At the grapple store.
No, where would you put it?
There's gotta be something there we can hook into.
Like,
Maybe that
be like, I gotta get a fireman hose. And be like, okay, there's one way. Like, okay, good luck climbing up. I'm putting butter on that crap.
We gotta go upstairs, dude. I think a giant inflatable bone is somewhere out here would be a Christmas bone. We can sit it by the tree.
We are not getting a Christmas bone. Oops.
He sold these things. He's at like every convention. If you go to a convention, 50-50 chance you'll be there.
Me?
Oh, you're like, if you go to like a Midwestern convention, 100% chance you'll be there.
Yeah.
But Black Griffin, he does a lot of cons. Oh, you got a stupid face. See, if it was a giant inflatable derpy that Home Depot had, there would be no question. It would happen. It wouldn't even be asked. It'd be like, there's a giant inflatable derpy in the kitchen now. This should stay. But since it's a Pinkie Pie, I'm slightly less enthused. That's horrifying.
It's like,
Twilight, she's like...
Oops. Sing Twilight. Twilight. I don't know what to say.
It's fair.
Elephants.
There's a little Snoop like this one. Shipping. I've been waiting for you to make another shipping video. So happy. Do you eat this Snoop? No. She needs that for whooping. Oops.
I hunger. Ah.
That's a really weird shipping video.
See, you know, like when you do it with the baby and you go and like got your nose and like, yeah.
She's
It's
actually trying to just take her nose and digest it.
it's because that's we have she goes, oops, that's not the right person. She goes like numb, and then she's like, no, and then she's all happy because she got the nose.
Oh no, that is horrifying.
She's rocking out.
No, you just had a pony rip off another pony's flesh. This is not good.
She's like, I want more. No, this is getting into like
Dark.
all right, let's fix.
He's got her head back on.
I gotta make sure I didn't. Yeah, her head's still locked. There we go. It's like, I think it's like with you. It's like there's a set distance, and if that distance goes inside of that distance in any way, it's shipping.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
Well, what if I load 2 male ponies
gross.
and they get that close?
I mean, sure, but it's not that interesting.
Interesting?
Not that interesting.
So you're saying
I'm not enthused.
that you find lesbian ponies interesting? Is that your word you're using?
That's the word I'm using. I mean, I'm pretty sure in this, Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy.
It's like, so you're like, Pornhub.com. Search for interesting.
Put in there, yes.
Is that a tag on Pornhub?
Interesting. No, this is uninteresting.
Don't check that because it's
boring.
No, it's interesting.
It's like biker and a clown. Now that's interesting.
I want to know more. Oh, they're just banging.
Oh,
I want to know, like, what's this tragic backstory of this biker and a clown?
If the clown's doing backflips, now that's interesting.
Interesting backflips?
Yes, clown doing backflips.
That would be a fun word to just add on Google searches. Search for something really, really simple, but then just add interesting before it.
See what happens.
Like balloons, but then interesting balloons. Alright, I gotta move her eyes a little bit since I moved her. Oops. Oh, that's Twilight. Because they're all supposed to look in about the same direction.
Pinkie Pie still looks like she's gone insane.
I'm working on it.
Everybody else is like, we will stop that, and Pinkie's like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. It's gonna be fun.
Is that better? No. I'm just talking about, I think it's better.
Pretty sure she's secretly a villain at this point.
This is way better.
Now she got the look on her face like, before it was, I'm gonna do something horrible. Now it's like, I have succeeded. Yes, she's excited.
I'll do that one instead. I'm gonna make it go completely nuts. Okay, go back to where you were.
Still insane.
Well, it's probably just the excessively large smile.
That's part of it, yeah. Is there any way to make Pinkie smile where she doesn't seem insane? That looks like she got attacked by the Joker.
This is the phase of
chemically induced smile.
She's like when somebody has said like their 4th racist joke in a row, and you're just like ha 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 ha.
Please stop. I don't know, there's gotta be some way to make like her eyes softer or something that she doesn't look like she's tweaking out. Because that's what it looks like. I mean, her smile's a little better now than it was. Well, that certainly isn't helping. Now she just looks like she's been doing meth for like the last 48 hours. Non-stop with no sleep. It's like, I should be dead.
It's like a Cheshire cat or something.
Yes.
I don't know, they probably said that wrong.
It's Cheshire cat.
I don't know. I don't trust you on anything anymore.
That's fair. I I love, like, that's easily one of my favorite stories that Disney did of all, like, the old fairy tales. Alice in Wonderland is the best. I think they could have done it better, but they didn't do it a disservice.
What, Michael? I want boobs, Michael.
It looks like she, like, suffered a horrible accident and was pieced together by a madman.
I'm actually in horrible pain.
Yes, it does look like that is the case.
It's like, wait, like there's some show I remember with like a lady was like really angry when she was smiling, and she's like, it was Botox. Her face is like permanently in a smile. She's just like, I'm angry.
Don't Botox away your emotions.
Botox?
Botox. Don't Botox away your emotions, kids. That was huge in the 90s. Everybody was getting Botox. Like, it was crazy. And isn't it just like a snake venom? Injected into their face.
Botox?
Yeah. I thought it was like a
Yeah,
snake
it's I think it was like a neurotoxin. I think it was like a jellyfish thing, but it causes the muscles to freeze. It might be it's either, I don't think it's a snake. It's either a spider or a jellyfish, but
kind of poison.
Yeah, it's a poison that causes paralysis of muscle control. So normally it would freeze your heart up and stuff, but they put it in just enough that they can freeze the muscles in place, which doesn't sound healthy.
No, nobody who got Botox, it always showed. It's like you could tell. Their face was too stiff. It's like somebody was wearing a mask at their face. It was weird.
Well, actually, the one that always bugs me is the people that do it, the lips, where their lips are absolutely enormous, but then when they talk, it looks like they're having to, like, every time, like, push things out of the way to just get their mouth to open.
So it looks like they're having an allergic reaction to something.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just let yourself get old. I mean, honestly, that looks way better than
any
plastic surgery stuff.
Most of the people that do that, though, it's a rubber band. So if they keep trying to hold themselves back, when it finally can't do anymore, they go flying the other way.
Just snap. It's like the original the Nutty Professor movie, the original one, where he kept taking the potion.
Oh, so not the Eddie Murphy one?
Not the Eddie Murphy one, like the original one, the original black and white one. He wasn't just a fat guy. He just was homely, and he would drink the potion, he would just become super handsome. But as it progressed, every time he stopped taking the potion, he would get uglier and uglier, so he had to take the potion just to remain normal.
Did you ever see the movie, the Adam Sandler movie Remote?
Click?
Yeah, Click.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Where it starts out where it's he's doing little things, but then the remote starts assuming skips and doing certain things and does it for him, and it goes out of control and he does too much.
That was an alright movie. I've seen it, I think, twice.
Yeah, be happy with who you are, because if you're constantly trying to cover it up, you're covering up who you are, and it does more than just your looks. I think
I need more whiskey. I'll be right back.
You want to grab me another one of these?
What flavor?
Anything but the White Claw that's in there.
So any of the Trulies.
Yeah. There's only one White Claw in there. Just know that out of like the 15 to grab, that would be the one you'd grab.
Yes. You'd be like, oh,
the only one that's left is a grapefruit, and I'm not a fan of grapefruit. I think we're good on her though. Like, no, or she needs to look a little down. I think not like sad, but okay, it is creepy. That's better. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if this will work. If we were to have her, like, what state are you from? I live in the Minnesota area. So actually, it's been snowing like almost every day this week. A lot of it melted later today, but it's been pretty nuts. Cool. Yes, very cool. It's been 30 something.
Too much snow, it's distressing.
Oh, cool. I was waiting for you to grab another raspberry. It's different. How does that look? Maybe not so angled.
Pinky?
Yeah.
She looks less insane, at the very least. She looks happy now. She doesn't look insane.
You're in Kansas. What's the temperature down there right now?
It's been staying above.
It's hot here in South Carolina. Yeah, it's. We got, what was it, Tuesday that it snowed?
Tuesday we got
Yeah.
5 to 7 inches.
Yeah, we got a bunch. Most of it melted right away, but then it's been randomly snowing here and there. It snowed earlier today, but then at least it melted a lot of it. But usually in Minnesota, winter starts usually the very, very beginning of November, sometimes late October. So we're just a little earlier than normal. I think this works, but I need to move her actual legs instead of like what I just did there. Why is that angled? Oh, I have to lock them. So I don't want to turn them too much. I was told that there would not be socks. Oh, this isn't socks, Draft.
Kind of socks. Hey, Draft.
This is something we started a while back.
They're wearing skin-tight latex. It's different, Draft.
Oh, and actually regarding the Sweetie Bot thing, been working on that. I spent the last couple nights getting it done. It is done. Sent off and almost already done editing. So maybe within, I don't know when they're putting it out, but maybe in the next week or so, should actually see that public.
You're just going to have a lot of commissions for them, and they're just never going to actually get released.
What do you mean?
Because you had 2 commissions for that individual recently, and the other one I know hasn't been released. At least I haven't seen it anywhere.
No. Yeah. But yeah. But it'll be nice to see that it's actually turned out really cool. So I actually ended up making some other stuff for it on the side too, because it was just I had cool ideas and they agreed. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to that. It's always nice seeing stuff that's actually finished, because I don't do that a lot.
I secretly believe Final Draft is a cartoon rabbit, and I test him on a regular basis.
A cartoon rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Most day at work, banging on the counter, shaving a haircut, and glaring at me to say 2 bits.
I do that. I get bored.
You get so bored that you... What were you hoping to accomplish with that?
I told you, I secretly believe Final Draft is a cartoon rabbit, and I'm trying to get him to come out.
I see what you do. Okay.
It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, it is. It is, but it just makes you sound weirder.
I am weird. I don't hide it.
But also, you try to bait Draft. That doesn't work. He would do the opposite completely. If you want to bait him, you have to bait him to do the thing you don't want him to do, because then he'll do the opposite.
He's a cartoon rabbit, it won't matter. I'm still not convinced he's not.
He's not a cartoon rabbit.
That's what he wants you to think.
He's just a cartoon asshole.
That is absolutely accurate. He keeps trying to get me to watch more and more DuckTales.
Listen here, you know I'm telling the truth. You probably take it as a compliment.
Look, those ducks aren't nearly as adorable as these. Look at them.
I was actually, because it was brought up before, there was a thing I was going through, they were talking about Minnesota things, and some of them on the list were stupid, like that they're the non-Minnesotan talking about Minnesota things, and it's obvious because they're just Googling crap, but then there's every now and then that one that come across that's like, yeah, that person's Minnesotan, because it gets to be some really, really minute things, and some I didn't even think about, and it was just crazy. But the one, like one of them was like, oh, their accents and whatever, and they're like all the Fargo accents. I'm like, no, that's like way north Minnesota. Most Minnesotans don't talk like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, for some people from Kentucky, I don't have a super strong Kentucky accent unless I'm in a certain mood, and then I guess it comes out.
I think the most Kentucky thing about you is just the depressing stories.
Yeah, Kentucky is a depressing place.
You have more depressing stories than anybody know. Everybody, you could have two people that like, you know what? This is a super great thing that happened to me. And you're like, super great thing that happened to me. And then you come in, you're like, my dog got hit by a car.
But well, my dog did get hit by a car, but that was a different story.
I know, but it's like where everybody's talking positive, and then you're like, this mood is too positive. I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.
It's just that I'm like, you guys are all telling interesting stories. I want to tell an interesting story.
We don't. We're not.
I find it hilarious.
Now that
you guys find it sad.
Now that you've defined interesting differently, I don't want to hear any interesting stories.
Interesting stories.
I have a very interesting story about my parents.
No, covers ears.
I would say interesting to Michael just means depressing, but that actually does still match up with his current definition. Okay, I think...
I mean, you still need to fix AJ's tail. You don't want to fix her tail.
It's a lot of steps. And
Why is her... Wait, the front of her mane isn't green and the back is. Is that the way it is in the show? Is there like a two-tone thing in the show?
Actually, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. How about that? I want that little figurine. Oh, that's cute.
That looks like a... Oh my god.
I want that. Monkey Depot.
It looks like... Because I don't really see her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It just...
It's super chippy.
It looks like this droop. But I think I... oh, that's different. I have the blind bag Fluttershy. I actually have the Rainbow Dash too.
I think I have the Maniac, and I think I have the somewhere.
No, I have this one.
Yeah.
That it's
15 bucks.
Because you're buying a blind bag specific. I think I paid $8 for mine,
Yeah.
but it was just this one is just so good because it's just beef. She has no neck. Oh yeah, bye Draft.
Goodbye, Draft.
We're gonna go play the game.
And I am adequately tipsy enough to play video games.
I was thinking about actually doing some gaming after stream today, but if I can't get audio to work, I don't want to do that.
No, you have audio working right now. It's just for that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have any game audio.
Well, no. You streamed
Yeah,
Monster
but
Hunter through this,
that's
right?
why I'm confused as to what the problem is.
Yeah, no, I'm...
'Cause-
Maybe it's just...
But again, earlier today, I did all the same button pushes on a different account, and it ran perfectly fine. Where I was listening to the YouTube or the Twitch. So
I almost feel like you do the game stream just so that you can listen to it and see if it's doing the same thing. Or if it has something to do with what's going on.
no, because that wouldn't make any sense. It is all audio coming through the line, and that's why I don't know. Because
If Monster Hunter was working, none of it makes sense.
well, and it was working before then too. I was playing all my audio through here, so that's why it was. The only thing I can think of is that.
You didn't have that.
Hmm?
When we did Monster Hunter, you didn't have the mixing board.
But even then, why was it when I was streaming earlier? Was it working fine?
When was it working fine?
This earlier today.
Today.
Yeah, I did it earlier today. I ran it a second account, and I had that turned on with the mic and me talking through it to verify that it was not something that was caused by that. That's where I was having confusions.
Problems.
The only thing I can think of is a lot of the other times I'll open up the capture utility just to ensure that it's getting all this bandwidth correct. But I'll have to poke with that later. I'm not going to do it now. I've been wanting to do that. Yeah, that's fine. More game stream stuff I've just been kind of busy on the side, so I haven't had the time to. But I've considered doing it where like for an hour or two after the Twitch streams, just to poke around for a bit. But I need to figure out the audio first. Oh yeah, I was gonna do her tail. Okay. I don't know which model it's using as a base. It's not the enhanced because the facial stuff isn't there.
I think it's an old one.
No, see, that's what's confusing is if I open up the lower face flexes, you get all the basic flexes, but then you have the upper face bones, which are part of the enhanced set. So it has the VN flexes for the face, but the enhanced flexes for the eyes.
But you probably need the face flexes, right?
No, but it's about grabbing the correct matching model. Being that I don't think it's gonna matter. This is going to be interesting to see how I can figure out to make this work. So we're going to take pelvis to pelvis. She's a spider. So it's pelvis to pelvis, and then we need to do tail to tail. No, it's not lining up because this thing is broken. So it has all its pieces popping out. It's, well, if I wanted to, I would do tail 2, tail 3.
Are you just gonna go into the
Still not an exact match.
I don't really need space.
No. The problem is, this part of the tail is the same texture as this part.
So you just have to color just that part?
No, I'm just gonna override. If I override her tail with all of the textures of the other model, it should be the same. It should be fine. But I'm gonna unlock. This actually is gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna try, because I can't keep tail 1 locked to the other tail 1 because I want to shrink the other one down, and that's going to cause problems. So I'm going to try doing this instead. We are going to add 2 scales, and I'm going to say that her or Applejack's butt goes to 0.001, so 1/10 the size, and then this tail goes to 10 times bigger. I think I put that too small. There it is. Okay. Fix that. Kind of. Chat's always been problems, but they're good.
So chat, what are these ponies fighting? I want to hear. No, he's not the bad person. He is good.
These ponies are fighting something different. Derpy's trying to fight electricity and losing.
She does appear to be losing, I will give you that. But it's only because that lamp is evil.
Why is it evil? What is the story of the lamp?
That lamp has a shady past. Get it? Shady. Because it's got a shady lamp.
It's not even on.
That's hardly the point. It's shady. It's got a shade, and she's stuck in it. Can't trust the lamp. You never know what kind of shady things are. Oh, her hair is weird under that thing. Yes.
The power ponies have arrived.
Got her patented head swing technique.
Just hits people with that freak out.
Oh God.
I agree. Poor Derpy. People are just seeing Derpy for the first time and they're having panics.
Derpy's been there since we started this file, like weeks ago.
They're realizing your cruelty is what's happening. I am the giant head.
Finally, my head can fit my brain.
It's like, if you're wondering what he did, is he abused Derpy.
She's fine.
It's like, they're like, no.
There is nothing wrong with her. She is not. She's not having problems. She just has an itch and she can't reach it. She's doing her best. But then, he wanted her to be like a superhero, so we made her. Well, no, you just wanted a hat, so I think that was the first hat.
I think the hat is what, like, that's her costume. That's her superhero costume. Is that hat? It's like the rest of them got like full body spandex.
Well, okay, we'll add something more to her superpower. So, no, we don't have any fucking socks. Okay, so right now she has a hat. Is there a weapon?
Nice. Everyone say socks.
And I'm looking for what would Derpy's superhero weapon be? No waffles, that's bad.
A box of apple juice.
No. Muffins? No, we can't do muffins. Because that's actually I'm curious, huh?
Muffin gun. That's violent.
It's just be creative, not just muffins.
You could give her. Okay, I was gonna say bridal, but I could see how that can be miscued. But it is cute. She needs a saddle. Of course.
Has a laser? I'm trying to think of something goofy, and you guys are like literally wanting to murder things.
He just wanted to have death beams. Those are some happy muffins.
Ah, correct.
MLP muffin. The appropriate muffin.
Okay, I'll have to just go. So if I save it, I maintain transparency. Or not. That is fine. It is easy to cut out.
That's what she needs. She needs a mailbag. She's the mailbag. And she's
No, she's a privateer.
Well, yes, she does both. It's busy. Busy job.
She has two jobs because she's poor.
Oh, well, she's got a child to raise, and she's a single mom.
She has a child to raise.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this come up? Another one of your fanfics?
This is like popular, community-driven headcanon. She got Dinky Doo. It's her daughter. She's adorable.
Wasn't that originally going to be her name?
Her name was initially Ditsy Doo, but then they named...
It was Dinky.
Well, Dinky was the foal that everyone decided was her daughter, because Derpy's original name is Ditsy Doo, but there was also another pony named Dinky Doo, and everyone decided that Dinky Doo was Derpy's daughter because of the similar names. So, yeah.
They're turning into a muffin pirate.
This pleases me.
Okay, so this is gonna. I wanna do this right. So it's gonna take a minute. Why can I not do that? Whatever. So okay, we'll get rid of that for a sec. So we want to.
Before Derpy's name was Derpy, it was actually, even before Ditsy Doo, they referred to her as Bright Eyes. That was another name that was given to her for a short period of time. But then the show finally landed on Muffin after everybody got upset at Derpy.
Okay, and why did that not?
I don't think they ever. I don't think the fan canon, anyways, ever really came to any conclusion as to who her father was.
I'm looking for. There it is. Okay. Come on, I need. Where's my softness? Okay, so we're gonna wipe the slate clean. Oh, I kind of messed up there. Okay. Okay, so now it's clean. Now we still have our bones and our muffins. So we're gonna take these bones though. Oops. And we're gonna go and move them out a little bit.
Alright. Stream. And being.
See, you know what's funny is as I'm doing derpy stuff.
I like Derpy stuff. Got the bones.
Okay. So we have the bones.
Stay
I want to get that edge cleaned up just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. And we're also going to go to our mask and we're going to shift the edge in a little bit and smooth it. Oh, maybe not so much. Maybe feather it? Ah, that's a bit better. There we go. Okay. There, now we have the muffin. And then we're also going to increase our contrast a little bit. That's on the wrong layer. Okay. We'll save that as Targa Mighty Pirate. You know, this is the perfect name for her.
Mighty Muffin. Yes! This is her official superhero.
Yo ho ho with a bottle of muffins.
The Mighty Muffin. The Mighty Muffin Mayor.
Oh, is muffin still banned? Wait, no. It was saying the term ho ho
Why
was
is
banned.
Muffin banned?
No, ho ho was banned.
Ho ho. That's because Santa Claus comes in here
I know.
and starts talking rude.
It's okay if Santa says it, but if he stops before getting to the third one.
He was like, ho ho ho. It's like he pauses just to test the moderators.
So it's like, so what are you doing tonight? Oh, I picked up some ho ho
Ho! Oh, now it's fine.
The third ho. That is very important.
Oh, I just imported the same one again. I know he was. That's fun. Okay, there we got our muffins.
Final Draft is a very wonderful guy.
He's an asshole. He wanted to do. Oh yeah, you probably talked to him. You wanted to do lunch.
Yeah, he told me. That's cool. I don't know who wanted the Sunshine Factory again. There's got to be other places that are also good.
Well, one of my favorite places is Port Richards, and they're perma-closed.
Oh, that sucks.
They had a really big outside area, which is what's confusing me. Their outside area had more seating than their inside. And so I thought that they would be somebody to survive everything, but
Maybe they'll open back up after all this is said and done.
no, they're closed.
Yeah.
They went out of business, which sucks. Their food was okay, but it's just the location was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be Mighty Muffin. Why I typed this?
For Derby.
Is this string bass? I can't remember. I'm having a. That's not bass texture. I'm having a legitimate brain fart moment on here. There we go.
Yes. Yay. Now can Derby be out of the lamp and standing with the others?
Hello, Roadstoner. Are you gonna be highlights of the past few streams? Not this week, but last week I didn't have anything come out because Adam was in town, and so or was in town the weekend before that, and so I just kind of. And normally I'd prep stream highlights on the weekends and then finish it during the week. Because he was there on the weekend, I just didn't have the time, so I didn't have anything out that Friday. And then this Friday, the Sweetie Belle thing, because I needed to get that done, took over my last 2 evenings, which is fine. I needed to get it done. It was my fault for putting it off. And so I wasn't able to do anymore, so that's why I didn't have anything out this week, which bothers me. But no, I am working on more highlights. I have one. Like, I can prove it. I can prove it.
You did it one thing?
Ignore the fact that all my live stream highlights are off by 1. So I have the file's called Livestream 8, but technically it's number 7. I just haven't fixed that. I haven't released anything since I moved to the Stream PC because I need to get this the raid set up, which was I thought was potentially causing the audio issues, but it wasn't obviously. But I did a software raid and the performance wasn't what I was looking for, and even with everything I could to increase it, and so I am just getting a raid controller again. I have to send back the other one because it was too old.
Well, stream, I am being beckoned away once again. This was fun.
Have fun. Go get murdered.
You won't hurt Derby, will you? She's a good horse.
Nope, not at all.
Bye, stream.
Bye-bye. Have fun. Nothing bad will happen. No, so so you can see here, I have, so if you want to know my process for stream highlights is, I found Argo in a different Discord server he is not in. What server is that? I know I've seen people that change their name to what my name is. But so actually, because Michael's gone, we will turn that up. So what I normally do for process and highlights was I will start going through all the streams and I will just like zoom through them all. I usually will zoom to a level of 1 minute at a time, right about here, and then I'll just kind of like skim through it and look for anything that's funny or goofy. So I'm missing a lot of audio stuff, but I legitimately can't sit down and spend the amount of time needed to watch through 3 to 4 months of streams. So I'm missing probably some fun stuff, but I do a quick stream run through, and all I will do is find the funny parts, find the beginning and the end of it, whatever amount of time it is, cut that out, and then move on to the next part. And so, as you can see here, I currently have an hour and 45
of different funny stuffs. Then I will take that down on a second run through and actually start cutting down just the funny parts, like the segmented pieces. And so this hour and 45 will probably be down to like 4 to 5 minutes. And then from there, I will start rearranging and potentially cutting down even more. So, but the first pass is just grab the funny stuff and then ignore the rest. So, I've been doing it for the old streams first. I want to try to catch up to the current stream. Can you give me a quick recap on what Twitch is? What is Twitch? That's a funny picture. You can even see my disappointment. Twitch is just YouTube Live. That's the best way to see it. It's mainly for gaming, but it's a lot of other stuff too. I find, and where you can stream to YouTube as well, but YouTube has community limitations. And the one thing I like about Twitch is there's a lot, the interactivity, in the way that you can interact with audiences is much better than YouTube. YouTube is just super chat, and that's about it. Like, I can't really think of what else you do on there. And even then, that's not interactive. That is a paid incentive only. Twitch at least has free options. So, I should have known better than to leave Ario unattended after last time. Yeah, well, we probably won't do too much, Derpy. Well, but if I were to do something bad to her, like, we can let's make her suffer a little bit. So we'll load a muffin. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we know why she's trying to... There. There we go. She's just trying to get the muffin, but she's stuck. Because she's hungry. You can even see what there's delays, so I'm not sure what you're talking about, Red. So how long have you been into animating? 2013. People always ask that, but the further it goes along, the harder it is to remember. Actually, here's an easy way to remember it. Okay, maybe it's not as easy to remember. What's something I did in my first year? I think this was in my first year, because I think I hit 10,000 in my first year. 2013. Which is actually crazy to think of, that I hit my first 10,000. I started in March or April of 2013. So to think that it was only took me a few months to do that, it's pretty nuts. See, I may have 2013, and since then, I have definitely put on a lot of hours. It's a big number. Actually, I was sitting in the 8,000s forever, and I'm already quite a bit through. I'm actually 1/8 through. 12.5 is 1/8 to 10,000. I don't know. I'll have to do something for 10,000. I don't know. I'll figure. I'll try to think of something, but then I'll probably forget. Give her the muffin. You want? She wants the muffin. I mean, she can almost get it. She's so close. She's so close, but she's just unable to get there. Oh, that's line time. Yes and no. Because I'm older. I'm not old, but I'm 36. So to me, 7 years ago was 29. So it wasn't really that long ago it doesn't feel that long ago for me. But when I was 21, 7 years before I was 14, and that's a huge amount of time by comparison. So it actually feels like I haven't been doing this very long. But if I look back as to when I did start, I was 2 apartments ago. I mean, and now I own a house. I'm 2 jobs ago. Life has changed a lot since then, in good ways for sure. But 10,000 hour SFM celebration. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I want to do for that. I'm not sure. I used to do a stream once a year, celebrating the 1 year or like a yearly anniversary for streaming. And then I kind of forgot 1 year, and then I haven't done it since. I think I did the first 4 years, and then now I'm on year 6 streaming, and I don't think I haven't really done anything, but that's in February or March or something. So that's a long ways away anyway, but I'll have to think of something. But I'm not going to hit 10,000 for probably another year. So there's no rush. Feed her to the muffin, but the muffin doesn't have a mouth. Can I give the muffin a mouth? Do I like have, is there like a mouth model? This is getting kind of weird, but I mean, kinda. I don't even know what this is from. Apparently this thing is absolutely enormous. Oh, I need to scale down even more. Yeah, that actually won't work. Oh, and that's like fully animated. Does this have sequences to it? Kinda. What is this from? Is this from Dota? It feels like a Dota thing. Yeah, it's not gonna work. There's so many animes. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, I forgot what they were called, but I think I have them downloaded. Oh, no, Dibble. She must. She is the evil pawn. So she is. This is post heist. Is animating complicated? That's like, I don't know if I'd be the one to qualify to answer that. Because I would say no, but when you have 9,000 hours in something, a lot of the complication goes away. I think animation is a test of patience, and because you can't make anything quick. Anything made quick is going to reflect quick, and so you have to learn to be able to take your time and to know that an idea you have in your head, because you can. And I think everybody has had that moment where you like hear a song and you get an idea in your head for something, and you're really motivated at that moment that you're like, if I really could, I would want to make that right now. That motivation never lasts, but a lot of those really good ideas take a stupid amount of time to do. And it's not, if you think that it's a great idea now, in a week you're going to have another great idea, in a week you're going to have another great idea, but you've already started one of them and now you're stuck on that one for 3-4 months or maybe even years. And so it's super hard to stay motivated and have the patience to see something to completion. That's where planning comes in handy, and that's where teams come in handy. But if you're doing it solo, which is normally what I do, it's patience. Patience to get a project done, patience to learn, patience to look up information, patience to handle problems without getting angry and throwing something through your monitor. So it's really big on patience, personally. Like, they take a long time to learn. I'm still learning. Don't think that you ever hit a point in any profession or anything you're doing where you are saying, I know everything. No, there's always ways to improve. There's always ways to, it's not always about like like climbing a mountain you always think of as a straight direction, but it's not. Even in the same things that I've done, I just keep looking at Derpy here, where like one of the reasons that I started doing some of the Rathalos things is because I always felt like I was not learning as much in the small section because I was narrowing what I was doing. But suddenly I just added a new type of model to the list of things I work with, and it would just open up a whole bunch more doors to learn from. And that learning helps bring in knowledge to the pony stuff. So it doesn't, you'll always be learning more and more and more, and you'll always get better. You're definitely going to have, when you start doing something with anything really, where you're going to get better really, really quickly. And that's why I'd usually tell people that want to start animating, don't start with big projects. Don't jump into trying to make a 4-minute or 5-minute video, because you're going to be learning so much early on that you're going to be redoing everything. Save that for later down the road where you're learning smaller increments. But a lot of what you're going to be doing initially is learning. And most of the stuff I put on YouTube early on was just stuff I was learning, because it was me putting I'm going to make this little really short of Applejack running through a forest. Like, do I just call it running through the forest? Yeah, run through the forest. Like this one. All this was a video early on just to learn stuff. So I wanted to play with a camera that was tracking, and so that's what this was. So the lighting was kind of crappy and the animation was basic, but it was me just learning. And there was no point in trying to create entertainment from it. It was just to learn. That was about learning. This was learning, where I just took an animation cycle that I made and then decided to add little bits to it to make it funnier. So the first year was a lot of the stuff I made was learning. I think that the end of the first year was where I finished Destiny, this one. And I took a lot of the stuff I learned from that year and then compiled it into one thing. So, because you always be learning. Argo Sensei. Yes. It's, I've found that when they talk about like people that get older or wiser, I do feel like it's when you've seen enough crap, you just start getting a better innate feeling for things. I have tons of things that I could just talk about in random, what do you call that? Wiser doesn't mean smarter. Like rants. I have tons of it. That's why in a squad of superheroes be able to save Derpy from the mayor eating muffins. She's the bad guy. She is the mighty muffin. She's the bad guy in this. I would say hot chocolate is good. I love coffee. But hot chocolate is one of those where, for those that don't want to have coffee, it is a nice good hot cup of something. But I'm a coffee snob. Freaking, where do I have the logo? I don't even have the Twitch there, but the logo, is it right there? Like I don't know where you guys are looking, but like it's a coffee cup because I like the coffee. Is that kind of, yeah? Oh yeah, you just mentioned that. Yeah. You do craft for a long time, you do better at craft. No. Just because you do something for a long time doesn't mean you're doing it good. There is the thing is, if you want to keep getting better at something, you need to keep pushing yourself to get better, because you can also just get to the point where you're getting complacent. So, say that you really wanted to get better at something, and so you learn something, but then you find this little crack that you're maybe good at in something, and you fall into it, and then you just stay there. And it's not, so you're not spending the time trying to make something better or to be better or to do things better. You are just doing the same thing over and over again. So just because you have a lot of time in something doesn't mean that you're doing it better. You do have to push yourself. You do have to challenge yourself. You have to get in the idea that problems, when you run into it, are not about being brick walls. They're about being something to overcome. And so you You can do that. Practice makes perfect. The right kind of practice. Like I could practice chords on a piano for years and I get good at chords, but I wouldn't be good at playing a piano. And so it's the right kind of practice. It's like in terms of SFM or just video making in general, there's more to it than just animating. Animating to me in terms of the video creation is actually a very small part of the process. There's the storyboarding, developing the story. To me, even more than anything else, the camera work, the audio work that goes behind it, having the correct timing for different things that are being said, adjustments for audio levels, post work, color correction, even uploading to YouTube and how to utilize a bit rate and maximize the quality upon the platform that you're using. There is a ton more to it than just animation. It's and you need to know all of that. Well, not know all of it, but it's all areas that you need to maximize what you're doing. You want to experience and saturate yourself with. Thankfully, for a lot of that stuff, it's just natural. Like when I put to YouTube, I was around while everything was evolving, so I just kept finding the information because it was changing. When 4K became a thing on YouTube, I was like, what is the 4K thing? And so it was a way for me to go and look up that information. Tell Mike that Derpy's evil. No context that she is evil. He would ignore me. Like we have. So Draft, which was on here earlier, works with Michael now, and he'll text me every now and then on stuff. But like this one, so this is one I sent. Hopefully it'll show up on there. Actually, let me switch to chatting so it's a little easier to see. So this was one message exchange. Come on. There it is. It says, You're Minnesotan. Your opinion doesn't matter. Michael's misbehaving again. And so I said, his lack of respect must not go unpunished, eh? Let's send this here pony to the depths of hell, don't you know? And so I was hanging over a ledge, and he's like, no. What did he say here? Stop abusing ponies. Another to the pit. What?
Nothing.
I'm doing nothing. I have not touched Derpy much. A lot of new information to digest from this combo. What is your favorite hot drink to get from Starbucks? Well, actually, we were talking earlier about Minnesotan things, and one of the Minnesotan things that I think was absolutely hilarious was in Minnesota, or at least in the Midwest area, we have Caribou. And if you have to have somebody pick between Starbucks and Caribou, they'll always pick Caribou in Minnesota, which is just, it's Starbucks, but with like a more woodsy atmosphere. But it also tends to be, I like their coffee a bit more. But I am not Starbucks is a main chain restaurant coffee place. I actually don't like, if I go there to get black coffee, it's disgusting. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's disgusting. If I do get a flavored drink, what would I normally get? I actually don't like going overly fancy. When I used to go to Caribou, one of my favorite things I used to get, this is back when I drank sweeter coffees, was a light white berry, which was a white chocolate with raspberry and skim milk. So it's a white mocha, so a white chocolate mocha with raspberry and skim milk instead. So it's a little thinner. That was very good. Otherwise, normally I will just get either just a plain latte or just a vanilla latte. I don't do mocha anymore because mocha is just a latte with chocolate and that's too sweet. I cut out sugar from my diet. But normally, actually, my favorite right now is I just drink black coffee at home. Like Holiday gas station actually has some good coffee too. Good Bean coffee. What is Good Bean coffee? I don't think I've ever. Dutch Brothers. Are you thinking Dunn Brothers? If you want a good coffee, don't go to Starbucks. Don't go to Caribou. Don't go to Dunn Brothers. just Google coffee on your, like, Google Maps. Go to Google Maps, look up coffee, and find some place that you've never heard of. Some little hole-in-the-wall mom and pop shop. Those are going to be the best places you're ever going to get coffee. Like here in Minnesota, there is a place, so right off the East River Road. I can't even remember it. I can't remember the name of the place, but it's a local place, and they have like 3 locations, and they actually roast their own coffee there too. But they have fantastic lattes. There's another place called like Triple Shot Express. That's another mom and pop shop. Does very good place, and it's way better than you're going to get at Starbucks, because Starbucks, if you have a giant brand that you're going to be selling coffee to, or coffee from, that's across the entire United States, it's important that if you have a location in New York, in Europe, or in California, all over, that they all taste the same. Because if somebody goes to one Starbucks, they want to have the same experience in another one. So they actually have a contracted, their espresso machine is the same espresso machine that all of them own. Nobody else can use these machines. They're super expensive and fully automated, no control. And they get all their beans from a very specific location, which means all you're getting to taste is coffee beans from a very, very central spot. I get all my beans right now from Driven, which is in a place just a couple miles south of me. And I've gotten stuff from Mexico, from Guatemala. Mexico's my favorite so far. From Costa Rica, from Ethiopia, just all over the place. And you get to you get this big variety, and you can start narrowing down what you really like to taste. And a lot of those mom and pop shops will have that too. So Starbucks is great if you want a consistent cup of something, but if you want a good cup, Google something local. Best coffee is Wilkins Coffee. Never heard of Wilkins. Is that a local place by you? What K-pop boy band is your favorite? Mine is BTS. I don't listen to K-pop, so I would be able to say nothing. With a side of whipped cream. If you get a really, really good cup of coffee, you don't need anything in it. The problem is that's difficult to make. How you brew it, the water that you're using, the water, the quality of the bean, and the type of brew method, all 3 of those are super important, and any of those being wrong is going to ruin it. I have ultra filtered water here. I get expensive beans, fairly expensive beans from Driven, but they're really, really good quality beans, and then I manually brew everything myself. So you mistype Mike. No, it's fine. His name is hard to spell. Mike is very hard to spell. Coffee has a very strong taste, so I go with the decaffeinated type. Well, it depends again. Like, I get a Mexican one that is. I will actually show you the coffee I get, because I just ordered some. So I ordered from this place because during the pandemic, I wanted to order local. So I wanted to make sure I was trying to help local businesses. And this place is literally just like a couple miles south of me. It's really, really close. You can't buy anything from them direct from their store, but they will, if I put in an order yesterday and it's coming tomorrow. So it's really, really quick. My favorites are the Guatemala Antigua, which is good. It's a cocoa honey balance. The first one I got was sweeter. The second one I wasn't as sweet, but it's still very, very good. The Colombia was a little darker than I kind of like. Haven't decided to Sumatran, but being that it says funky as a flavor, I've been a little bit hesitant. This is my favorite. So the Mexico one, which is brown sugar, honey, and raisin, which sounds really weird, but it actually is an apt description. I think that was very good. And I don't think I've tried the Scandinavian one yet. The Ethiopian, I'm not a fan of Ethiopian coffees, apparently. They're supposed to be really good, but yeah, like they're definitely more expensive coffees, but you can taste the difference. And I also manually do my coffee myself. I don't have an automated brewer I use. I either use an AeroPress or a V60. Search up Wilkins Coffee. I'll just search it here. Oh my god, that looks really weird. I'm not gonna play those because it's not gonna play on the stream. okay, they at least look smaller, and that to me is what's important. Is nationwide conglomerate giant coffee or any company is going to have product that is going to be able to be distributed to everywhere, and it's not going to be fresh. The Driven that I get from, so I ordered it yesterday. I'm going to get it tomorrow, and it's probably going to say it was roasted today. So the day that they shipped it is probably the day they roasted it. So it is ultra fresh. I wish for this coffee. Do you ever add milk to your coffee? I do not. So right now I was trying to lose weight for a while. I'm down 50 pounds, so I'm happy about that. But one of the reasons I've been doing is intermittent fasting. So because of that, I can't eat in the morning. I don't eat until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the way to one of those things is I can drink black coffee, but it can have nothing in it. So that's one of the reasons that I started enhancing my coffee stuff, is if I'm going to have to drink black coffee, I want to drink good coffee. And I figured out I was drinking coffee wrong. So I don't tend to. If I do put anything in, I do like Coffee Mate's French vanilla creamer. That is probably my favorite. But I've been even cutting that out and anytime I do stuff, because I've been trying to cut out processed sugars, and there's a ton in there. I hate coffee. I drink tea. My favorite is raspberry from Gold Peak. Oh yeah, if you're doing iced stuff, I used to drink Gold Peak raspberry. Raspberry iced tea is delicious. Also Brisk's raspberry has like this little hint of just a teeny hint of carbonation. Oh my God, if you get it when it's like super chilled, it is amazing. Again, horrible for the sugar. We're closing up the pizza shop where we get so low. What's your favorite style of pizza? So when I was growing up, my parents were really big on getting Meat Lovers pizza. So every time we would get pizza, it would be Pizza Hut Meat Lovers. So I grew to hate complicated pizzas, especially ones that were just covered in meat. So because of that, my favorite pizzas tend to be single topping. So ones that I can enjoy the flavors that are there without it just being a mass of stuff all over the place. So I'm a fan of just pepperoni or just sausage. If you add like a single vegetable, sure. But if it gets to a point where you're adding a ton of stuff on top of it, not really. I do like barbecue chicken though. Barbecue chicken or Alfredo chicken are really, really good too. I do not like pineapple on pizza. Not that I don't say it belongs there. I just do not like cooked pineapple. So if you go and shove something on you already don't like, it's going to just be bad anyway. And I do not like olives on pizza. Black olives, especially. Yeah, let's see. I like the hot cocoa better because it has more of a coffee taste. Chocolate taste. Well, yeah, because it's cocoa. Though if you mix like half hot cocoa, half coffee, not too bad. But again, it depends. Most people, when they think coffee, are thinking the burnt crap that you're getting out of a cafe. The stuff that was cooked or made early in the morning using way too hot of water, sat in a heating container for 4 hours, and then poured into a cup. It's going to be disgusting because that's all you have left of it. You already made shit, and then you just let it sit and boil for 4 hours. If you do it right, it's actually pretty good. And most of the people I've known that I've had try the coffee when I make it that say coffee is or bad will say they're like, actually that's not too bad. I could drink this. So it's just about how you do it. And like I mentioned before about different things, I went to my work and their water there is so bad that I took my good coffee beans and my good brewing methods, brought it there, and I could not drink it. It was so bad because of just the bad water. I was trying to avoid letting me drink too much coffee. Apparently I'm drinking too much and that could be bad for my stomach. I limit myself mainly because I don't want to become overly dependent on it. I am actually so scheduled on coffee right now that if I go more than 24 hours without a cup, I will get a headache. Probably even less than that because I have like a cup about an hour after I wake up and then a cup again at like noon. But I limit myself to 2 and no more because coffee has a half-life in your system of 5 hours. So if you have a cup of coffee at like say 10 a.m. by 3 p.m. you have a half a cup of coffee in your system, and by 8 p.m. you have a fourth a cup of coffee in your system. So if you went up until noon and at noon you just finished your 3rd cup, that means at 5 o'clock you still have a cup and a half in your system. At 10 o'clock you still have that'd be like 7.75 cups in your system. So you're going into the evening with almost a full cup of coffee in your system. You're not going to sleep well. So I try to limit myself so that I drink nothing past 2 o'clock and only 2 a day. Plus, if you have more than, for every cup you're adding, you're just changing your baseline. And then all you're going to do is you're going to move up to that baseline, and then you're going to need more to go above it again. What I actually did was, when I started my current job, I cut out coffee for like 2 weeks completely. Went cold turkey, had a headache, whatever, dealt with it. And then the day that I started on my job again, I drank it again. And then the caffeine actually had a good effect, and I was able to be wide awake and super productive at reading documents. It kept me focused. The only time I ever get to drink coffee is when I go to a bank, because there's no coffee machine in my house. But even then, they're probably going to be crappy coffee. And you don't need a machine. So what my favorite cup of coffee right now comes out of this thing. Boop. So this thing is $30, and so this was a little bit clearer than the one I have, I think. But it is essentially, no, it is the same thing. They probably just have a bright light on it. But it's $30, and you just have to grind your own beans for it. Well, I guess you can buy it pre-ground, but this is all you need to make coffee. And this comes with enough filters that I got it like 6 months ago, and I'm only like a third of the way through the filters. French press is another one that's great. French press doesn't even use paper filters. I just find I actually prefer paper filtered coffee. So the French press does make good coffee too. And a French press is another one that don't go cheap on these. A French press is not that expensive either. Like this one's not too bad, it looks like. The main thing is trying to find something that has the glass that can remove itself. Like this one, this glass cannot be removed from this plastic, so it's actually going to be a bitch to clean. I have one that the glass actually, yeah, mine's like this. Mine actually, the glass gets removed completely. It's a lot better. And actually, I think getting your own kettle, because you have to heat your own water, is a good idea. Mine, this one's a more expensive one. I got like a $30 one, and it works perfect. Unless you have a good way to make hot water. But in terms of brewing, you don't need anything electric. This thing is great. This thing's work perfect. There's also a V60 that I use if I need to make larger batches of coffee. That'll make 2 cups in one go instead, because if Michael wants one on the weekend. But otherwise, this is what I use every day. And this only takes a minute from the point of putting in the water till done is 1 minute and 45 seconds. Super quick. So, and it's fun. Because look at, you get to go and push it down. Oh, I'm sorry, it went away. You just push it down. It's pretty neat. And they're cheap. And I can bring it to work. Your favorite pizza is mushroom, sausage, cheese, pepperoni, hot dogs, broccoli, and garlic. That sounds really weird, but it's also pizza, and that'd probably be pretty good. Broccoli and garlic and hot dog. It just seems really weird, but still sounds pretty good. Taco pizza got me craving. No, that does actually sound. We actually had pizza earlier, but I just did a frozen pizza. I didn't have time today to put into like super detailed foods. But yeah, if you want good coffee brewing methods, there's pour overs, which are just a pour over is just a flat. It's like a normal drip coffee maker, but with a manual feed. These 60s are the same as a drip, but they're using a cone instead. The AeroPress is a really cheap and easy way to do things. French press is a great way to get jumping into stuff, but I find it's better for dark roasts over lighter roasts. I find it was good, but it's going to put a lot of extra cholesterol in your diet because it's going to be getting. French press is metal filtered, not paper filtered, and since there's no absorption, all the oils are just going through. So you're going to have an oilier coffee, which isn't a bad thing, but probably not healthy to have in large doses. And a little harder to clean compared to like the AeroPress is just, you're like literally pop it out and you're done. Dough press. Thank you for talking pizza with us. We were making pizza before because one of the things with my diet with doing the intermittent fasting is to do wheat. So I've been trying to replace everything that I have for flour and bread. Any carbs I have, I try to stick to whole grain. And one of them is dough. So we actually found some wheat pizza dough and we were making pizza from scratch using wheat, a wheat crust. And actually turned out pretty good. Whole grain is much better for you. Or, well, let's see, it's much better for you. It's just got a lot better stuff in there. Okay, so this tail seemed a little bit... Oh, that's Derpy's muffin. This tail seemed... off. I mean, it really... what am I talking about? I'm trying to get it to match exactly, but it really does not matter. So we're just going to keep it like that. Apple. Oh, wait. Maybe these models are using the enhanced. They just are named weird. And since I don't have these named anywhere, I put it in the unknown. Aha. I will have to fix that, maybe never. So I want to get rid of this tail. That's not good. So this is so broken that it is just, even if I scale this, it's not able to pull it all in. It kind of looks disgusting. What is going on there? I can't just look at that. How do I fix that? I have some ideas. For one, I'm going to see if some of those are because of a lack of jiggles. And maybe if I do a scale for every one of these. No. Okay, well there's only really one other solution I can think of. And that is... we're going to scale this to 0. Or not 0, 0, but like... almost to 0. So the 1% size. Then we're going to take this tail. We're going to move it to somewhere a bit more inconspicuous. I think that's going to be about the best we're going to do. And then we're going to just hide the texture. That's about the best I'm going to be able to do. Problem with this is if I use any type of shadow light in here, it's going to not work right. Here back lower. There's nothing, it's just his tail. This might actually be more complicated than I thought because it might be using the same texture as back for main. Unless hair back, no, this is the green portion. Let's take a look. Oh no. Your hair. Oh no. Why is that not coming back? This model is just weird. Wait, why is it... why is your hair down there now?
What is going on? Why are you down there? I don't know what she's doing. Look there, it's not even touching this anymore. How do I get to you? I am so confused. This model is so messed up. Is there like... I'm so confused. Let me catch up here. I don't drink coffee, but for the wake stuff, I drink it because it tastes good. Well, yeah, that's what you should. But usually, if you're adding a lot of sugar and stuff to it, it's not that great for you. It adds up. What's your favorite ramen? I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I don't make ramen here, but I do. There are some local places we went to get like actually more traditional good ramen, but I don't know enough about it to be able to say what I like or not. But I do like it. I gotta fix that. Maybe never. I don't know what happened to her. Like, oh, okay, there we go. But why is that in? Oh, this is. I know what this is. It's her. It's this part of her. There we go. I fixed it. So it was, I scaled her down, but her jiggle bones aren't set to scale. So this is probably actually how her mane is supposed to be cut off. And I was just thinking that there was something missing here, but it was actually that hair that was coming through there. Okay. I think we're good on that, but I still need to figure out which texture of her is the tail. Band? I have a feeling it's this one, and I hope it isn't. Okay, good, it's not. But then what is it? There's no maybe that's part of the reason it's broken. Applejack, tell me your secrets. Okay, we're gonna do we're gonna go one by one until we get it. Okay, so shirt. Apparently she's wearing a shirt that does nothing. I'm gonna add this one to it so I know. Okay. Nope. Nope. So this is hiding textures as I go. And I'm just going until I find the one that is responsible for the tail. And my fear is that I'm going to go through all this and I'm going to figure out that it's not on here, which means that there's something seriously wrong with this model. And it might cause difficulty in even using it. She's like playing like strip poker or something. She's just, as I go. It looks like an elementary school ripoff of like trying to do the lion from Wizard of Oz, like where they just painted it on him.
I've went through all of them. This is not on teeth, this is not on tongue, it's not on eyelashes, which means that this is legitimately not a part of the model. I am so confused. All right. Her secrets are apples, apples, and more apples. Nobody will guess that. If you fix this, you can have my vote for best SFM animator ever. Well, there's different ways to fix it. I have a way around it. I just don't want to do it. Her whole outfit is a model, so I could just shove her model into the suit of this one and just... No, not even that would work, because technically it's still all tied together. It's at least tied to the pelvis. It's just not tied to the tail. Look at that. Just so broken. What is going on? And I love it's got all this crap, and then it's like bloop little tail. I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of hitting a it's strip poker in reverse. Was it? She broke. How would I fix that? Actually, I think I might know a way. I think I know a way, but I'm going to have to leave it as is for now. But I will test to see if the method will work. Oh, that's not what I want. Well, I'm going to say no, but it does give her an interesting butt. Is this going that? Like, she's wearing, she's, no. I was hoping that the model itself would be separate from the outfit a little bit. You raise to the knife as I have you realize you've made an awful sin. I use chopsticks for all my stuff. I do like using chopsticks. Okay, so that doesn't work. Because my thought processing for this is it is locked to the pelvis. I cannot use the tailbone as it is to scale it down. So anything I do to the pelvis would have an effect on it. But I'm not able to because it would affect the entire model. And the texture is apparently not located on this model. Let me do one thing. I'm going to reload SFM in a new file and ensure that it wasn't something that got like corrupted on loading. Maybe I just need to reload it completely, but I don't want to have it be on anything with that model used. And that is not the right. Hello, trombone. The delay is very big today. Yeah, I'm gonna poke at some stuff again. That audio thing bugs me. I come from an IT focused thing and I do not like problems that are inconsistent. I love problems that I can say are the same every time, because you can narrow it down to what you need and figure out the problem, blah, blah, blah. I do not like ones that change, because then I have no idea. What was her name? Just Saddle Ranger or something? That is not what I'm looking for. Oh, that's her. Do you remember what Applejack's name is? Like the PowerPoint version? Like, Lasso Ahoy? Apple? If she had a choice, yeah, Discord's the other way. We talk and do stuff. Let's see here. What is the name of this? Mistress Mare? That's stupid. Okay. So that does confirm that is just straight up corrupted. Okay, it's not that way. That may be like, maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Because I can confirm that, I'll just open up the other one again. There is also the no, I downloaded this new, so it wouldn't matter. I thought maybe I could just re-download it, but I did because there was maybe an update, but no, it wouldn't be. I don't know if it even matters all that much. Can I hide it? Like off camera? Kinda? I mean, I might be able to, but it's gonna be a stretch. Get it? Stretch? Yeah, I guess I could maybe... Okay, it's wonderful. Well, no, it's Mistress, though. Mistress. Because when I think Mistress, I think of, like somebody's, like, side person when they're married. See a hoochie? I don't know, because I could try re-downloading it. Yeah, see? Works fine there. Okay, people are saying it looks good, but that doesn't mean it works good. I'll try downloading it again. Okay, so it is a duplicate of the file that I do have. Same file size and everything. Try opening it again. This point again, open SFM, have a few ideas from the animation is, but they never come. Just won't come to fruition. Trust me, I have plenty of ideas, and those are never going to come to light either. Try learning an animation project that's 2D, but even 2D isn't really any less work. If anything, 3D can be less work. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, So still, well, technically, I should have done like I did before. We should open this in a separate file just in case that that original file is causing problems. Huh. Okay, so we can tell there is a difference between these two models. You can see the poly count in the mouth here. If I zoom in on it on this one, you see it's a lot lower. So this is the original VN and this is the enhanced model. The enhanced has better facial flexes, but if it has a tail that hasn't consumed itself, it's fine with me. I was, oh darn. She can't snarl as good. Oh well. That will take work over not work. But I don't remember seeing two of them before. Okay, so this is the non-enhanced version. That's the 2D. I want... Did somebody make an updated version of this, and that's what I tried grabbing? I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. It looks identical, which means whoever made one made the other, or at least somebody just grabbed the old and flopped in some new stuff. So we're gonna delete that Applejack. Oof, that tail. I want to fix and unlock some of these things. Okay, that is sure. We'll go to there. Bam. Let's see if I copy paste. Okay. Tail is kind of floating out there, but that is fine. That's what tails do that. Yeah. See, she doesn't need a lasso, she's got a tail. Alright. Well, that technically fixes the problem. And okay, she's happy now. That's because the flexes are not the same flexes, but that is fine. Also, this mane seems a little low. Yeah, let's slam that back up into your head. She had COVID here going on. Okay, and you need to be angry. So let's go. And I just need an angrier face. It's like somebody stole their apples. I think we can put our eyes back. Actually, they need to go a little bit more to the right. I think she'll have her mouth closed a bit more. Okay, she'll be slower than that for motion. I just was stealing it from something else. I think that is good. For her anyway. It fixes the problem. How's Durkee doing? She still can't reach it. She'll get there. This is when we're talking about patience. One day, she will be still there. So I think what I probably want to do now is figure out the lighting. I don't want to. Animating to me is probably going to be one of the last things I'm going to do on here because I don't want to set up all the animating and everything for all the different angles and figure out some of the lighting that I did suddenly doesn't work for that position. Like at the angle that they're at, their light is hitting them in the wrong way. So I'm probably going to figure out the lighting first. Yeah. The music's a little loud, isn't it? Actually, I can just turn on. There we go. I don't have the music too loud because otherwise I'm gonna have problems with editing. Okay. So I probably want to have most light coming from the front, but I'm going to have nice sharp light coming from the back. I only care about the ponies right now. I'll deal with... Well, I probably should do some kind of an ambient. But I want to have it be kind of dark, like the light's coming from below the city. I'm probably going to have to split the light on these different levels too. Okay, so that's not going to work. Interesting that I can hit everything but them. Oh, Drake. Yeah, I'm just got the posing basically done. Now I'm trying to figure out how to do the lighting for it, which is actually going to probably be, to me, the hardest parts. Because I don't have much for examples, but that's kind of cool. Like there, it's like a Persona 5 thing. Can I do max distance or min distance on this then? Actually, you know what? That might work. Let's do this. Damn, I can't hit all the windows. Can I just go at a weird angle and do it? I have to be careful if I'm doing it this way because I could very easily hit the wrong area. But we'll do that, and then it's nighttime, so I want to have it be a little bit blue. and have it be pretty low. Okay, so this is going to be building back bottom. Sure, I'll forget what that means later. This one I'm just going to call ambient. This is going to be the one that I'm probably going to just have cover everything. Still don't like that it's hitting this. I think I'll do a super low ambient for now. Or I'll tell Mike to check Discord. It has something to do with his song. He's right there. I wouldn't be able to. And he's playing a game on a different stream, so I wouldn't be able to interrupt him right now, or I wouldn't want to. He will get to it a little later. Okay. So I'm gonna put the edge height up a little bit. Oh, this is gonna be turn off, shadow, turn off, shadow, turn off, shadow. I don't need it for any of these. Oh, So the problem with playing with some of the height adjustments like I did is eyes will accept light with none of the Uber settings, and I can't hit this. I might be able to. I want to hit the building, but not her eye. Is there a middle ground? Come on. Okay, come on. No. And I have to make it flat too. Come on, Fluttershy. And I can move her a little bit. I don't even have to move much. Just get out of there. I can... Shadowed lights do not affect the eyes. So I can just go shadowed. I think I might have to. I just don't want to use any more shadowed lights than I need to until I need to use them. Because you only have a limited number until SFM 2. Let's leave your stream later and act like the derpy thing happened again. Nah, it's not as fun unless you have something to deliver. What I wanted to do was, the first time he did it, he didn't think I would, or I don't think he really thought much about me doing anything. Now he is worried about me doing something. So I want to leave him thinking that I did and not say anything about anything. So then he's just going to be curious the whole time. But if I go there and say I did something and then say that I didn't and figure out I didn't, then it's not as funny. So thanks for the follow, Dre. Sorry, I don't have my audio on that, so I'm missing out on some people. We got Kathleen Candy, Oatmeal, 16 Bandle. I was going to say Stupid Face, but that was something else. Thanks for the follow, though. So yeah, if I turn on shadow lights here, it's going to get rid of that eye thing. But now I got to get rid of the light hitting this building, which should be this. There. Oops. Kind of. Since I use cut on, I have to be careful because I can very easily hit the edge of one of these. So this is going to be like the light coming in from an alleyway, and it's going to create just some nice backlight stuff. But that is a very sharp line once I actually get it turned up. So I have to cut off this doing that? No. Let's cut on. Oh, yeah, I see what it's doing. I think I can be fine doing it like this just because, oops, you can't see the area here. As long as I don't move too much, I'm fine. A little air. Okay, so some of these I'm gonna have to might want to cover that up. That's gonna be too bright for what I want. Some of the lighting I'm not gonna know exactly what I want for it until I am doing the lighting for other stuff. So this is going to be just a sky cover. I can put whatever I want in front of it. But for now, it will completely darken the sky and might actually be able to use this just as a darkener. Here we go. Actually, that'll work. Okay. So now I'm going to start probably lighting them a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use this one. So one thing that's going to be difficult is I'm going to hit them at a different angle than these ones. And especially I'm going to have, if I keep shadows on, at least these are off, Applejack is going to get hit in the face by having the light block there. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I want a nice, and this is going to be how I generally do lighting at for anything is I will do, you need to pick your direction that light is coming from. In this case, I'm going to say that light is coming from the right side. And so I'll put one nice strong backlight here. So I'm just going to call this room 1. I'll put another strong light on their other side. So I have to be a little bit careful about, because I'm going to deal with that building below. This one I'm probably going to have to split in 2. So I'm going to have... Actually, for the angle, this is probably going to be needed to split in 2. Most of the light's going to be coming from the sky because they're going to have dark ground. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to turn that up a little bit. And we're going to go and... Actually, let's just make a second one from this one. All right, and so the reason I like doing where you kind of have equivalent rim on both sides is because SFM doesn't do volume very well. And so by adding a rim on both sides, you're kind of creating a 3-dimensional volume for them. That's why I love doing night shots in SFM, because you can create that volume a lot easier. If you do a day shot, you're going to have a lot more issues with it. And so I love being able to do that. So in this case, though, I'm going to grab now this one. And this one I'm going to call... These are not technical terms. These are what I call them, and it is wrong. We're using key light and fill light, but I call it other words because I make things more complicated. So this, I don't want to hit this building, so I can't go anything past this point. So I'm going to go right to here. So this is going to be the main front light. I don't want it as bright as my rim, but now I can balance it. So if I need to turn others up or not. Okay, and so this is going to be ambient general, but I do want to have an ambient actor light. Oh, that's what this one is, isn't it? Yeah. And so this is just going to fill in the area between the 2 rims. So in this case, I'm going to have to split it again because 2 groups. I want the light coming again from higher. I do not want it hitting the building in the background. Let's do that. And this is just going to fill the light. So I want sharper shadows than that. Okay, we'll do that. Drop it to like to there. Applejack's going to be a problem because her black is just going to be hard to light. Okay. So that's generally the lights that I would put in, and now it's just about balancing it. So I do feel that this rim is going to need to be picked up a bit, as well as this main. That might be a bit hard. I think that main is going to have to be a bit bluer. Actually, you know what? A city light's probably going to be like a yellow. So let's try that. So I think what I'm going to do is like the front lights are going to be a yellowish, but the back lights are going to be a blue. And actually this ambient is probably also going to want to be blue. Much bluer. Because that's what it's going to be technically filling, is you're using it to fill in what the light from the general sky would provide. So like even here, I probably want to go even more blue. Yeah, that's a good blue. Okay. Same thing. Yeah, let's do that. Is that this one? No, that's that one. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so we're going to grab this copy, paste it to this one, and then turn up this ambient as well. And that did not paste. Or did it? Or did I just not copy? Ah, there we go. Just didn't copy. Oh, okay. And then one other light for them. Highlight. Uber on. No shadows on. And take cut on to the max, cut off to the minimum. And now I have an eye light. So eyes are going to be more reflective than anything else. So because of that, the eyes should be technically a little bit brighter than the skin and everything else around it. So I want to have them stand out with a stronger white, and that is what that is doing. So it is getting there. I say. This camera might notice that if my work camera is looking at a light source, the lights would bleed through all objects. My main camera. That is specular, I think it's called. There is, if you look on the workshop, I have it downloaded, so I want to figure out the name for this. Ooh, look, count boxes. That's actually pretty nice. So there is a script right here that it allows you to switch off matte, or just, it's essentially just if you type matte specular 0 in your element, or you're not your element viewer, in your console, it'll do the same thing. The script basically just puts that in there for you. It's actually very convenient, just not have to type it, but that should eliminate that. So it's a certain property in there that is just way overblown out. And if you turn that off, it's not a permanent thing. It'll only do it in that instance, but it should fix those like instances of like spots of light that are just blowing out super, super bright white. So either type that in the console and see if it fixes it. Sometimes it can take a little bit for it to process, like 10-15 seconds depending on your system, but otherwise get this on the workshop and see if that helps. But that should. I ran into that issue with that exact same map, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I think this one also comes with like this. Let's make one that does reload all materials. You could, I bet you that I could go into, let me see here, workshop, scripts, SFM, main menu, matte specular, edit. All you have to do is make another file and change that text. Ooh. I think I already I have one for reload all materials. Yeah, that's all it does. This one's probably a bit more complicated. Yeah, that was a little bit more complicated. Same with clear decals. So I use the reload all materials quite often. There's more efficient ways to go about it, but I'm lazy. That's a really lazy way to do it. But yeah, try that. Some days I wish Valve would fix SFM, but I feel like they just screwed up even more and possibly even cause community content stop functioning. Well, that is actually, I had a video I started years ago, and that had that problem where I would, if you ever see me when I scale something, I'll always scale by static prop. I don't scale by root transform. And back a while ago, I used to scale by root transform, but then Source Filmmaker did an update that actually made it so that scaling by root transform no longer affected the model. So I had this huge scene build that everything completely broke because nothing was scaled anymore. And the only way to fix it would be for me to go model by model on hundreds of models and add the scaling and copy paste it over. I was early in the project and I just canceled it immediately. I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. They eventually did fix it so that that was gone. That problem wasn't there anymore, but it took months before that was fixed. So yes, there is a very real concern that if they go and update something like that, that it could break something for people, because I had that happen to me. But to me, they have no reason to update this anymore because they have the second one on a better engine. I don't want them to update this anymore. If they're going to put any effort into anything, it should be on a version that has a better capability. You can't just keep putting a Band-Aid on an old system and hope that it's going to get you through to the end. No, this is an old engine. I mean, this is still running on the original, or like an updated version of the original Source engine from Half-Life in 2004. It's old, surprisingly works well for what it is, but at the same time, it needs to be retired. So I completely understand that they just said, screw it. And the new Source has a lot of potential. It's not ready yet, but we'll get there. We're working on Valve time. Oof, it's unpleasant to wake up to. It's a screenshot of SFM 2 and it really didn't look different from any other interface. The interface isn't different, but it works a lot better. There are some things that are great about it. For one, it's 64-bit. So this little problem down here of your memory crashing because you got too much memory used, I did a thing where I just started loading models. Unique models, hundreds of unique models, and I was sitting at 6.5 to 7 megabytes, or 6.5 to 7 gigabytes of RAM usage, or in the memory, and it was fine. I was starting to run into more issues with just having so much crap on the screen that was all unique that it was starting to just bog me down. But I was into hundreds, way more unique models than I would have in normal SFM. The lights in there. Like right now, if you right click and you say light, it's just a single object. SFM2 has like 6 or something different types of lights, and all of them run differently and way better. Shadows are much higher quality. Radius works way better. They have omnidirectional lights, so a light coming from a single source that shoots in every direction, not just one direction, and is shadowed. You can put in more than 8 shadowed lights. They have map wide lights, so it's a single light that will hit everything on the map from a single direction. So like for sun, so that it's not like right now where you have to put a light really far away and then hope that it works, and it never really does. This is a light that covers everything evenly. There was spotlights, there was, oh god, there was still a couple other ones that were unique, and they work better. They look better. Everything just runs better because it's on a much better engine. The problem is I ported the Rathlos model because I had the source files for that and I understood the model. So I ported that into SFM2. It worked. I did get it in there, but none of the flexes carried over. And that was where the problem was, where none of the models from SFM or from Source Engine 1 are compatible as they are. They have to be converted, and there's no tool to make that easy right now. You can convert them now, but none of the facial flexes or anything comes with it, even though they were in the files when they were carried over. So you have to do some weird scripting thing, and I don't understand it all, and it's really, really confusing and convoluted. So I'm just waiting for the tools to be available for converting before I go in there. But it has a huge amount of potential. So I'm looking forward to it. Just, I think Mike got killed because he just started stomping and was yelling. So they're playing Among Us. But yeah, it's sorry, I had a message here I want to double check. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm hoping soon, one day. I feel like Applejack needs more. Like, she needs more separation because you can't really see right there. So we're gonna add another rim for her. Yeah, he must have got murdered because he just went and used the bathroom now. Oh, this model also has broken ears. Should fix that. So this is where I said that there's going to be a little bit of an issue for Applejack, because being that this is black, it's so hard to get it to separate. I think the only way I'm going to get this to separate right is to utilize some backlit area here, which actually I do need to do. These should probably be bluer. Okay. So it's getting there. I feel like it's still going to need a higher contrast than what I have, but at least it's getting the feel for what I was looking for. I might get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that glass from her eyes. Glass in SFM is not processed well, so it just ends up looking fogged over. There, I think maybe that'll work. Where it's something, but it's not too much. Howdy, Desert Bigfoot. And thanks for the follow, Tuku. Whatever light is hitting the surface right here, I need to... Oh, actually, not... Oh, yeah, I think I tried to figure this out. So, I can't... If I turn up the depth of field at all. It's just going to blur out anybody in the background here, which makes this difficult. So I can't really turn that up too high. So I'm going to have to just deal with that. But that also means I want to have that be darker. So it's the rim, and I'm guessing the main. If I take those two away, it is black. So how do I keep it from hitting that without destroying the lighting? So that one looks like it's pretty easy. Right there. But then main... I can do this one too. Well... maybe. Okay, so that'll cut off most of the light from behind. See if I can use cut on. I don't think this is gonna work. Nope. Well, you know what? Actually, it will work. Main 1, just for them. Main 2, just for them. Aha. Problem solved. I do think that if this is a city, most of the light would be coming from below. Yeah, that actually feels better. Why is it not hitting rarity? Oh, there we go. Bam. Now they're bright. Yeah, that feels more what I was looking for. All right, perfect. Looks like she's posing for a picture. She knows that I'm looking at her. But if I do that as well, though, that also means that this building that's next to Pinky would have this same effect with the light coming in. Probably be dimmer. Oh no, that would be brighter. Oh, it's just got to be cut off farther. Or not as far. There's a camera. Maybe a little bit less yellow. More yellow. That's not what I was looking for. It still needs to be yellowish. Maybe not yellow, but kind of like that, like a street. What do they call that? What is the yellow street lamps? The old one. Were they like salt? I forgot what actually the lights were made up of. I thought it was like a type of salt. I can't remember. No. I'm not gonna remember. I remember watching a video on it because apparently I had nothing better to do that day than watch something about street lamps. If I do that, let's do it like that right now. But I had to do more. So this is gonna be like, we'll have to do one there. One there. Because that at least implies that light is coming from this direction. Now it makes the light feel natural that's hitting them. Otherwise it doesn't. But that also means that this technically has to have that light too. Let's see what we can do there. I think that it'll work. What I need to do is Uber light, drop the height. Just barely. I want to have it where it's kind of showing a darker edge, but that it's kind of been shown that it's brighter right at the bottom. But I also do not want to hit the eyes. It is not. Oh, no radius. This one's got some radius in there too. So radius is about spreading the light out so that it doesn't have a stronger line, because this one I don't want to have a flat line all the way across it. So it starts pretty strong, but then it blends into the background as it gets further away. It's simulating a larger light. They're lights from behind. So this one and this one need to be bluer. Because again, that's the night that's hitting them. These guys needed to be a bit brighter. Because one thing that's nice about blue lights is it can make you think something is dark when it isn't. And that is what that is doing. Or it gives you the impression of light without making it feel like it is daytime or too bright. So same things back here. So this ambient now. Do I even need that anymore? Yes, I do. Okay, so we're going to keep that, but we're going to do another one. So this is going to be an ambient that is much bluer. And it is going to fill the back shot here. So there's a little bit of detail, but that is essentially just one dark. We'll keep that. I like blue. So this is going to be general blue. Okay. The eyes will definitely need some extra sparkle to them. You just shine a really bright light in their eye. The nice thing is that their eye textures are already built with the light up at the top, which is how it should be for what the light's doing. I'm feeling I'm going to still have to play with the light, with them in the back. I feel like that building might be a little too bright, but I think that's where just bringing down the, like that. Oops. That other ambience that I had actually does kind of help. But I'll play with that a bit more still. But it's getting there. It's actually starting to feel like what I was hoping for. Perfect. So, but it is after 9, so I am going to be done on here. I want to try. I'll try to figure out what the hell is causing the audio bits, those audio problems, because I don't know. It is super inconsistent, and I am very confused on why things are being stupid. So I'll keep poking at this. That's why I have that second channel, so I can figure out what's not wrong. And yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be my weekend, part of my weekend. So anyway, but yeah, I want to next week start working on another video, like one that's like 4 or 5 seconds long, one that I can do like in a week. That's my hope. Hey, you have a good night too. Sorry. I'm just gonna go like, I wanted, if the audio worked, I actually did want to do some gaming stuff here, but it's just not gonna work, so that's fine. I want to try to do that on Fridays after stream for going forward for a little bit, but you need audio for that to work. So anyways, have a good night, guys. I will see you guys next week or something, and whatever. I like whatever. So good night. Where's Kitty? Oh, I did set up on Kitty. I set up something special for Kitty. That when I go and do that, I'm gonna pause that. That you get to hear, bam. You get to hear the Michael song. It's beautiful. Ooh, I still have alcohol. Good night.